Hi, my name is Frank White and welcome to another episode of Photography Tips and Reviews. Today I am going to review the City Slicker over-the-shoulder camera bag. Now this is the City Slicker that I got on, and the reason why I'm reviewing this bag is because this is one that I picked up when B&H had it marked down, so I got it at a really good price. And one thing that I have noticed is that B&H occasionally do mark this bag down to a really good price, so be sure to keep your eye out for this bag. Let's go over some of the benefits of using this bag. This is a style of bag that's normally called a messenger. Or a messenger style of bag. As I mentioned, it is called the City Slicker, and it's by Think Tank. Think Tank is one of you guys, as you guys probably know, is one of the premier makers of camera bags. A lot of people consider Think Tank as a maker of some of the top of the line equipment for carrying camera gear. Anyway, what I like about this bag, like most of you guys, the first thing you really want to know is when you're investing in a camera bag is how comfortable that bag feels to you. So this really is a fairly comfortable bag, provided that I don't have too much weight on it. Right now, I've got a camera body and a couple lenses in it, which is pretty much what it's designed to carry. And some things that I do like about this bag is that I can really get to everything that I need really quickly without having to take the bag off. And then when I'm finished using the bag for what I want to use it for, I can just swing it to the front, to the back, and I'm free to do pretty much whatever I need to do. Let's talk about some of the features of the bag. So the bag has a big pouch here that's big enough to carry some pretty large stuff in. In fact, just to give you an idea, let's scale it with this lens, which is a 70-200 f4, and I can actually pop that lens right there in that pouch and carry it. What I see carrying in this little pouch is primarily some water or something. The other thing that I like about this bag is I can grab my gear out of it really quickly and go ahead and make my images. So let's do that. And there you have it. Okay. And as you can see, carrying a lens as big as a 70-200 really is not a problem. Along with the strap, once I finish making my images, I can just pack it right back in my bag. Now, Think Tank has incorporated some features in the bag that makes it really cool. One of the things that they've done is, can you hear that? I'm out in the city and it's a little windy, so maybe making a little bit more noise than you can hear, but when I open this up, you can hear it. However, they got a system where I can put this guy up and silence this Velcro. So if I'm shooting in a venue where, say I'm shooting a wedding or something, then I don't have to make all that extra noise. So that's a feature that I think is really cool. And on top of that, if I still need to lock this down, then I got this guy here where I can still clip it and it won't come open. If you've seen any of my other reviews, you know that I love pockets. And this bag has a few of them for my gadgets and whatever I'm gonna be carrying with me. First of all, I've got this pocket here that I can put stuff in it. Right now, the only thing that's in it is the think tank literature, and looks like I've got some extra dividers in it, which incidentally I can configure to some extent the inside of the bag, which I'll show you later. Pockets. So I've got pockets here, and I've got a number of pockets here, again, where I'll demonstrate those a little later. And let's see, what do I have on the other side? I've got another big pocket here, and I've got, let's see, I think I may have I've got some pockets here. First of all, I want to apologize for calling this bag the City Slicker. It is, in fact, the Citywalker. So let's get inside this bag and see what it'll really hold. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I am going to go over the pockets, but first, let's dig out what I have in it. And as you can see, I got plenty of room for a good sized lens here. But let's start with this lens. Now, this is the 70-200 2.8, which is usually the largest lens that most of you guys will be carrying. If you're carrying the 100-400 Mark II, then it'll be roughly the same size as this lens. Incidentally, this is the Mark II version of the 70-200, so it's a pretty good sized lens. Plus, I got a camera body, a Rebel Series camera body with a grip on it, and I have no problem getting it in and getting it into this bag. And you know, it's just simply not a problem. In fact, it looked like this bag was made for it. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, I can get a couple lenses in this bag. Now, I've got a 100mm f1.8, I do believe. Let's see. Yep. No, f2.8. Sorry about that, guys. And I've got a Sigma 20 to a 10 to 20 millimeter lens in it. So fairly good sized lens. You can tell by the scale of my hand. And so as you can see, camera body and 3 lenses easily. I've got a speed light on this side. This one is the 580 EX2 speed light. Wouldn't have any problems carrying the 600 model Series C speed lights either. Those are a little bigger. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff, the pockets. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, there is a pocket here on the outside, and it's a fairly good sized pocket. I can, right now, all I got is the ThinkPad literature in it and the unused dividers in it. Speaking of those dividers, all this is Velcro, so I can reconfigure this thing the way that I want it. Right now, it comes configured similar to the way I have it by default, and I really see no need to change it for what I carry in it. Okay, so I got that pocket there, and of course I got the silencer series so that I can use the Velcro to hold it down, so when it flaps over, it'll automatically lock itself. But right now I got it silenced. Okay, so let's just turn that back on. And a place for my business card. And I usually consider this a business card holder for honest people. If I lose the bag with gearing and somebody want to contact me, then they have my contact information. Otherwise, if I lose the bag, then it's probably gone forever. Even with the bag open, I still can lift the bag and carry it moving it from one location to another, which is pretty nifty. Now, I've got this big compartment here that I could store a contract in, or flat merchandise, or use your imagination. This pocket here, I had my speed light in it, but I still got some room beside this. In fact, this piece right here is actually an insert that can be removed. I'm not going to remove it yet in this video, but bear in mind that I can just make this a large open space bag. I've got this zippered compartment where I can store stuff in if need be, and it comes with a rain cover. Now, one thing I don't like about this rain cover is that it's not built on, so if you're the type that moves stuff from bag to bag a lot, then you might find yourself taking this rain cover out. Or if you tend to overpack your bag, you might want to remove this rain cover and forget to put it back in. And lo and behold, you find yourself in a deluge of rain without a rain cover. So my suggestion is to try and always leave the rain cover in the bag no matter what. Okay, I got these sets of pockets here, and a place looked like a good place to keep a stack of business cards that he handed out, and your ink pens and whatnot. And again, oh yeah, I went to an event and a guy who was singing gave me his card, and I never pulled it out. So Evan Gibson, he's a singer in the Raleigh-Durham area. And again, I got these large pouches that can carry water. They're breathable, so you can put basically anything you want in it. In fact, I do have business cards that I can just go ahead and drop in this section. I try to leave business cards in my bags at all times, because I would often switch a bag and forget to add the cards. So if I keep the cards in every bag, then I don't have to run into that problem. Okay, so that's it for what's in the bag. I think I've covered everything that you may want to know. Oh yeah, one final compartment is this guy for your computer or your tablet or your iPad or whatever you intend to carry. Okay, so that's it for the innards of this bag. This bag comes in a couple, at least 3 different colors. This model does have this blue accents, but it also comes in all black, and I think you can get it with red accents, but I would have to double check that. If you guys have any questions about this bag, please drop them in the comments below. If you like this information, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I use that as my barometer to kind of judge how well I'm presenting you with this information. And if you haven't hit that subscription button yet, go ahead and hit it. Become a part of my community of photographers. I get information from you, for you, and I hopefully want to give that information back to you. If you're going to shoot anybody today, shoot them with a Canon or a camera of your choice. And remember, guys, keep shooting no matter what.